Right now, some holiday makers will start heading back home today, and this, of course, will have an impact on traffic volumes. We're monitoring major routes this morning and touching base with authorities about how law enforcement agencies are faring in reducing fatalities around this time of the year. Nonhlakanipo Magwaza is part of our team around the Mariannhill Toll Plaza. She joins us now live, and we're now in the 10 o'clock hour. Nonhlakanipo, I wonder how the volumes are faring at this time of the day.
Yes, Ian, the traffic is steadily increasing here at the Mariannhill Toll Plaza. Traffic operations are still continuing with numerous vehicles being stopped and fined for driving unroadworthy vehicles on our roads. A couple of them have received tickets for not complying with traffic rules, especially those with expired traffic license discs. But with me now is the Minister of Transport, Ms. Sindiswa Chikunge, who's been going around South Africa checking on our roads what the situation is on our roads. She'll be able to tell us more on what the situation is like on our roads. Minister, welcome to our show. You've been going around South Africa checking on road safety and checking what the situation is. Can you just briefly tell us what exactly is the situation on our South African roads?
Good morning and thank you for having us. We started with an unprecedented occurrence on Thursday where we lost just 45 people in one accident, as you are aware, in Limpopo. And that actually took us to something we've never had before. And as such, we are on the increase in terms of fatalities on the roads. Of course, even if you exclude that one, we still are not doing well. For instance, in provinces such as Gauteng, in provinces such as KZN, for the first time even in the province of Northern Cape. So we're not doing that well. But we had actually indicated that these Easters fall on the weekend, that is on the end of the month again. And therefore people have got money, and you will know in South Africa that when people have money, then they drink. And this has actually been what is happening during this month. However, we are actually doing a lot within our capacity and capability. If it wasn't for that, maybe we'd be talking about big numbers of people that may have actually perished on our roads. We are here, but we are everywhere. I think also it was on TV yesterday, where the Eastern Cape as well was actually having an activation, in other provinces as well. What we indicated is that our work is informed by data. We are therefore anticipating that many people today will be driving back to work, our places of work and so on. But also our public transport, the majority of them are transporting our commuters. As you will know, that many travelers, to 70% of them, they choose public transport, in particular the taxi industry. And that is why our focus will be in the main on the public transport. And since this morning, they've already stopped about, removed from the road at 21 taxis, as we have indicated, for many reasons, unroadworthiness, operating permits that are not there, and so on and so forth. So we're not kind on such people, because if we allow them to continue to be on the road with taxis that do not have brakes, taxis that are not supposed to even carry people because they don't have the operating licenses, if anything happens, will be held accountable. And that is why we're actually removing them from the road, even from this point. But this is also happening throughout the country, in other provinces as well. So we're all over and ensuring the safety of our people. For those that we remove from the road, for instance, it might sound harsh for the occupants or passengers, but we allow them to continue, and there's an accident. What do we explain and what do we say? So that is why we are really ensuring that we enforce the law, because we do have that right as government to enforce the law. We speak, we alert people, but if they don't want to listen, then of course we have got to enforce the law. It is unfortunate because with the taxi industry, we work with them and we tell them that for even these busy seasons, high traffic volume seasons, but they've got to ensure that the taxis are roadworthy. Because if they are not, of course, we've got to stop and remove them from the road, because they are unroadworthy. So it means they are not supposed to be on the road. And we just are doing that here, but all over the country as well.
Minister, if you can just tell us how successful are these operations in curbing road accidents and in curbing traffic violations?
I don't think we've not been successful. I think we are not at where we want to be. We definitely want to record reduction, if not possible, if not even no accident at all. But we accommodate that people can make, errors, because we are human beings. However, the problem will be when people do not want to comply. Just people telling themselves that they will do as they wish. People drinking under the influence of alcohol, and they get onto very busy roads. You still people here on the N3 who are driving under the influence of alcohol on a road that they know that it is very busy. It's a national road, but they still do it. You can imagine what happens then in their residential areas and what happens in those small roads. If on the N3 you still arrest people for drunken driving. This is the unfortunate part of it. Please talk about this and discourage people from drinking and driving, because it is too costly, not only for the families, not only for those communities, but too costly for the country. Some of them don't die. They therefore get admitted in ICUs. They get, operated for major operations that are repeated maybe over and over and over again, trying to save the life of a person. But if you were actually to go deeper into that, you would find that that very person who has undergone 7 operations was drunk at the time of the accident. Somebody will be dead in mortuary, but it will be a drunk, or a corpse with alcohol. We can't say it because it sounds extremely inhuman, but it is a fact sometimes. And I think it's something that we have got to discourage from our people and talk about it wherever we are, whether you are in churches, but even as families, to talk to our children. They do it anyway, even after you've spoken to them. But I think we must never get tired as parents, but as pastors in churches and as South Africans who are responsible, but also responsible citizens.
Thank you so much, Minister. I understand you still have some work to do. Let's just leave you to do your work. That was Minister of Transport, Ms. Sindiswa Chikunga, who was telling us about the operations that have been happening throughout South Africa. Since the start of the Easter weekend, the Transport Department has released stats saying that over 1,000 people have been arrested for various offences, and over 900 cars have been impounded for not adhering to road rules or not being roadworthy to be on the road.